Is that supposed to be Nocticular? I don't know if that really resembles Nocticular. Wait. I smell Areelu. I smell Vorlash on the wind. Areelu used me to figure out if her crossbow bolts could harm demon lords. Nocticular has killed demon lords, and she wields a crossbow. Is that a subtle hint, or am I thinking too much about this? Did Areelu make the bolts for Nocticular in order to allow her to kill demon lords? We will see. We will see. I think I'm onto something. I don't think it's a coincidence that the Nahindrian Crystals are literally here in the Abyss, and she wields a crossbow, and we were given a crossbow at the start of the game that allowed us to shoot Iscari and actually harm him. I don't think that's coincidence. I smell Areelu. Oh, fuck.
Greetings.
What did I fucking say? What did I just say? Oh my god. I fucking called it 3 seconds before it happened. Oh my god, Areelu, what the fuck are you doing here?
Greetings, Commander.
Oh, jeez. Oh my god. What are you doing here, Areelu? And with Suture in tow.
The Suture is my servant. I did not expect him to rush into the Abyss after me, but I have allowed him to remain with me while I take care of some business. However, you asked what I am doing here.
I did.
I bring answers.
Oh. Oh no.
You have walked a long path. One where shadows constantly flicker at the edge of your vision, and questions multiply like
Stop
flies
talking in
above
fucking
carrion.
riddles and give me some
It is
straight
time for
facts.
answers. At least some of them.
Come on. If you want the secret ending, this is a very important convo, very easy to get locked out. I don't know if I'm already locked out. I don't know if I'm already locked out.
Day 16, Aridus 4715. Experiment, transformation. Subject, let's skip that.
Wait,
Objective.
this
to
is when she
embed
put it
the
inside
essence
me?
of a Nahindrian crystal in the soul of the subject.
I thought I was created in the
Expected
lab.
result. The essence will coalesce with the subject soul, which will ready itself for total transformation, triggering the concomitant powers. The time has come to put my plan into action.
I thought I was made in the lab, so I wasn't made in the lab.
You are my creation. Your power was my gift. Now you know.
Okay. Let's say I believe you. Why did you need to do all this?
You are asking the right questions, but the time has not yet come.
Okay.
Such special memories. Remember the laboratory, do you? I told you back then. Go on, look around. See all the ones Lady Areelu worked on. Here with us is definitely the place for you.
Oh boy.
Your power is of the same kind as that of Nulkeneth. Jeribeth and the other demons that you have met. The power of the Nahindrian crystal dissolved into the blood lies within your soul. I have already hinted at this to you once before, when I left the essence along with the Lexicon of Paradox in my old laboratory, and ordered the suture to make sure the gift found its way into your hands.
I kinda want the secret ending. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, I really fucking want the secret ending, and I don't want to read spoilers. And you're saying it's very easy to get locked out of the secret ending here. Is it my destiny to get the secret ending?
But there is more.
We'll see.
Do you remember when you were taken to Canobris with a wound that would not heal? Do you remember how Terendelev apparently healed you? That was merely an illusion. The dragon was only able to temporarily dull the pain. In fact, it was I who saved you, when I came to you in the caves and implanted a crystal within you. No, saved is not the right word. Your wound is still not healed. That is why your wound weeps blood from time to time, every drop of which burns your enemies.
I was pouring a drink when that happened. I almost spilt the drink everywhere. Wait, what's she doing now?
This is pure essence of Nahindrian crystal. My invention is far superior to the crystals used by Xanther, which were barely refined at all. It will give you new strength and help you to overcome the wound that still slumbers within your soul.
I am worried that I'm going to get locked out of the secret ending.
You will see that this is the very power that has lived in you since the Battle of Canobris.
But guys, help. I really want the secret ending. I just don't want to see spoilers. Oh my god. This is so terrifying. I want the secret ending, but I don't want spoilers. Oh boy. Oh geez, In Effect Plays, raiding with a party of 14. Raiders, welcome. I hope you are all doing wonderfully today, and I hope that you have ice cream for dinner and, you know, for every other meal of your day. Thank you so much. Oh boy, secret ending. Jesus. So, hard requirement. Pass a perception check. Dialogue tree to look at that. I actually provoked a reaction. Soft requirement. Exhaust all questions till she says you are seeking answers. Trying to understand the crux of the matter. That is good. But do I take the essence? Do I take her essence and put it inside me? Or do I refuse it? Oh my god. Off to do evening stuffs. Have a good one. Thank you so much for coming along. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the last one. I appreciate this one. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great evening. And it's spent doing wonderful things. Hopefully not adult things and responsibilities. Hopefully it's an evening free of responsibilities. Thanks so much again. Boy oh boy. What the hell am I supposed to do? You believe in me, Selby? I'm not sure I believe in myself right now. I'm really not. In fact, I'm feeling as though I could fuck this up very easily. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter which one you pick here. If you're for the secret ending. Well, you know what? I accept the fact that she made me, and I will not refuse the power. I need the power to fight the crusade. Okay. I will not refuse this power, but I will decide how to use it. Boom. I'm going to take it. Does this mean that Areelu is my mommy? Mummy Vorlash? I was born to the Gravy Daddy and Mummy Vorlash? Is that how this works? You touch the essence and the power so familiar and clear flows through you like a river. The power that courses through you is so immense, the wound on your chest closes up as if it never existed. Huh. Well, listen, thanks for looking out, Effect. Thank you very much. I hope this puts me in place to get the secret ending.
Now you know. You truly know.
To start with, I didn't care about the secret ending, but the more that people have mentioned it and sort of hinted at it, the more I want to know what it is, the more I want it.
Enough of this madness! I was blind. O Lady of Heaven, how blind I was. I saw holiness in the half-fiend's creation.
Hottie, we're still friends, right? We're still friends.
All your valiant deeds, your resistance in the face of temptation.
Yeah.
It was all a deception.
No.
Curse the abyss and curse Elushanira.
No. Hottie, we're still cool.
And commit treason.
No, Hottie, calm down.
Save those who can be saved.
No.
And break free from the kingdom of darkness.
You're overreacting, okay? You're overreacting. I need the power to help with the Crusades. I'm not a bad guy, okay? This isn't an act of evil. This is an act of love. For all of the angel bros. Hottie, don't leave us.
We still have something to discuss.
Areelu, I'm grieving for my angel brother right now, okay? Just give me a minute. I can't believe he's gone. Fuck. Angel bro. No. My God. I really feel like if anything, Kessler is like the Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Kessler is the Mark Ruffalo Hulk of the Pathfinder MCU. Angel Bro was like, I want to say Chris Hemsworth, you know? Angel Bro is a moron if that wasn't apparent enough prior. Let me go ahead and allow that. I don't know why it's upset with the word moron. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of liked Angel Bro, you know? He was there when I needed him. And he gave me a good ego pat every now and again, which is always appreciated. Always appreciated. What is this wound in my soul? How dangerous is it?
It was my mistake. My failure. I failed to... The tale is too long to recount here. Your wound is a reflection of the world wound in a way. It is very dangerous, even if you do not yet realize it. It is not a disease, but rather an abscess, which will one day burst and kill you. It cannot fully be healed until the world wound is healed.
Wait, so does Areelu actually want to heal the world wound, or is she just basically saying, listen, you're fucked because the world wound needs to be healed for you to heal, and I ain't letting that happen? Have you seen the new She-Hulk stuff? I have not. I've seen a lot of angry people online and a lot of people that seem to be pretty happy online about it. And honestly, I have not paid any attention to it. I don't even know if I'll watch it. I still haven't finished watching Loki yet, and that came out ages ago. Really, Lady Longlegs Nocticula is the only sensible person in the game. I'm yet to meet her. She has my interest. She has piqued my interest. I'm hoping we'll get along. But should I be referring to Areelu as Mummy Demon now? Or Demon Mummy? Demon Mummy? I was born from Demon Mummy and Gravy Daddy? Perhaps? Maybe? Maybe this is the origin story for Cult of the Lamb. It's just super feminist. Oh? Fair dinkum. Let me see.
No doubt you have felt this affliction on several occasions. It awakens when you use your power. It makes you sense more strongly what mortals call the corruption of the abyss. Until the world wound is healed, you will have no peace.
Tell me about the Nahindrian Crystals. Start from the beginning.
Nahindrian crystals are formed from the solidified blood of demon
Did she just call them
lords.
crystals?
Their
It sounded like she
properties are
said
not
crystals.
well known, even among the inhabitants of the Abyss. And there are reasons for this. Acquiring the blood of a dead demon lord is very difficult. After a demon lord dies, their body is instantly absorbed into the Rift of Repose. Only the Lady in Shadow knows how to kill them in a way that allows her to preserve the bodies of her fellow lords and transform them into a solid state. That means that Nahindrian crystals cannot be obtained anywhere other than the Midnight Isles.
She-Hulk gives normal Hulk a lecture about how she's way better at managing her anger than him because she gets catcalled and mansplained to all the time. I feel like I'm quite lucky in the sense that I have no friends. That's not where it ends, guys. Let me finish that thought. I have had no friends and no partners who have been catcalled or or have ever used the term mansplaining. I feel like maybe that's because I just live in a part of the world, a very specific part of the world, where people just kind of understand not to be a dick. I feel like, you know, where I come from, it's kind of just a given not to be a dick, and maybe not everybody gets the memo, but I don't know. So does he flip the table about 5 seconds in?
Or rather, it was impossible until recently, when I managed to experimentally obtain a crystal from the blood of a still living lord. You saw the result. A dagger made from Discari's freshly shed blood.
Oh shit,
which
yeah,
I
the
left
purple
for
stone
you in
dagger.
Canabris. As regards the use of the crystals, that is a discussion that would take time, a very long time. Someday I will finish my groundbreaking treatise
Listen,
on the
she says crystals.
transformation of Nahindrian crystals.
Oh no,
Although it is
said
unlikely I
crystals.
will ever publish it.
Never mind. Right, so purple stone dagger. I still have the purple stone dagger. I have the lexicon. I took the power that Areelu gave me then. I have a couple of the bolts, those midnight bolts. I feel like those are tied to the end game in some way. But other than that, I'm not really sure what I need to get the secret ending. If there's any positive from living in Russia, is that woke politics are not a thing at all. Let me see. So you figured out how to use the crystals to imbue living creatures with power.
Not just any creatures, demons and half-demons. The soul must have a stable connection with the Abyss in order for it to receive the power of the crystal. Experiments involving tieflings and mongrels failed because the voice of the Abyss was not strong enough within them.
I was going to immediately go with, but I'm not a demon. I feel like that's the dumb response. What have you done to my soul?
Your soul?
That was the right question, wasn't it? That was the right question.
I changed myself by knitting my soul together with the essence of the Abyss. And I changed you. Do you remember the fits of rage that began shortly after Discari's attack on Canabris? This is how the second half of your soul manifested itself. Not yet fully aware. Not yet awakened. It's a pity you did not choose to let your demonic nature take hold. The result would have been most impressive.
If I'd went down Path of the Demon, would that have actually changed the appearance of my character? I'm kind of interested now. Would that have maybe made me look more like a, I don't know, like an incubus or something like that?
All those arrogant crusaders, those knights with their eyes ablaze, those pious priests. They have installed at the head of their magnificent army a scion of the Abyss, the creation of the architect of the world wound, whom they so revile.
It's strange to see you here in Nocticula's palace. What, who do you really serve? Discari, Baphomet?
Both, and neither. I have served both Discari and Baphomet, and not merely as the lowest in the pecking order. But I do not think you'll be surprised when I tell you that to me, both of these mighty lords are merely convenient temporary sources of power. And their time is almost at an end. But the Lady in Shadow is different. She is the preeminent ruler. Soon you will understand this for yourself.
And I think that is why we established in chat earlier that Nocticula is the only sensible person. I hope she's reasonable. I hope we can get along. Maybe my Lich looks quite undead. Even got a new portrait pick. Oh, really? Your portrait pick changes when you change to Lich? How does that work with custom portraits? So I'm assuming that that if you used one of the pre-made portraits, there's maybe like a Lich variation of the portrait. How would you, is there a way to do that with like a custom portrait? Could you get like 2 copies, so to speak? Or maybe you just go back into character, like maybe it takes you back into character creation and you get to pick like from a selection of undead portraits. I'm curious now. Very curious. Yeah, I was looking into the Lich Path because people have mentioned it quite a lot and said like it's quite fun. It's well, it brings a whole new group of custom companions, or should I just say companions, to the game, which I didn't even know existed. But yeah, I might do a Lich playthrough offline, possibly. But then again, people have said about Trickster as well, and Trickster sounds pretty fun. My power is different from that of Jerebeth, Nulkanef, and the other demons. Yeah.
Yes, because I taught Xanther and the other servants of Baphomet and Iscari the earliest version of this transformation ritual. I spent decades perfecting it until I obtained the power that I gave to you. Power in its most purified form. Cleansed of the filth and chaos inherent within the original blood of the demon lords.
Lich is narratively decent. Was nerfed to every part to this day, though. Oh, really? Here's a question for you guys. In your mind, now obviously this is maybe a difficult question for some of you to answer. But in your mind, which mythic path makes the most sense canonically for the game? You know? Like, let's say there is a true ending to the game. What would your true ending be? What's the go-to? Now, I don't really know if class and race have anything to do with that. If they do, let me know. If not, just stick to mythic path. But I'm curious. Okay, so
Your power is as pure as thrice distilled water. But it resonates with other powerful sources of supernatural power, such as the Sword of Valor. And your power can change. You must have realized this already. You have shaped my gift into a form that you yourself have chosen.
I was aware of that. I mean, I think it's just that I think it's the context of where the power comes from that's kind of blowing me away here. I mean, we knew little bits, we had suspicions, but still.
Like a witch in a fairy tale, I watched over you from birth. From before that, even. And I kept detailed notes. You were chosen and prepared for a special destiny.
Wait, so how many years has she been planning this? Like, not this, but how many years has she been watching me? And if that is the case, that like when I was a child she was wandering around watching me, could we get some origin story DLC maybe? Possibly? That would be kind of cool. I have to say though, like, I'm looking forward to, apparently there's going to be a second batch of DLC. I'm looking forward to seeing what that's actually going to entail. I played through the Ashes offline just to kind of figure out what it actually was, get my opinions on it. Personally, I'll avoid spoilers, but I feel that it should have been a story in the same way that Van Hold's Lot was, in which the story had a start point and an end point, and that was it. It was just a concise story. Through the Ashes was not. It was like, I mean, it ended with a literal "to be continued" added onto the credits. which I gotta say I'm not really a fan of, but I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes. It's just, yeah, I wish it was more like Van Holt's Lot. I really did enjoy Van Holt's Lot in Kingmaker. Let me see. Considering the story's notions with nature and redemption, Angel. So yeah, Angel seems to be the default path. The most idiotic hippie ending is Gold Dragon. Oh really? Gold Dragon is in general probably the worst thing ever. Let me see. See, I was actually thinking of going Gold Dragon. Do you think it's just like a really dumb option? Like I won't get the same experience out of it by going Dragon? Because I think I'm like I'm online to be able to, or should I say on the route to be able to take that if I wanted to, I believe. But I might just stick a Zata, honestly. I don't really want to have to change. Ashes is all right, at least compared to the Excess. Yeah, I haven't played Inevitable Excess yet. I've heard bad things about it, but I am going to play it on stream once we get through the game. Just because I kind of want to have the full experience, you know? As for Through the Ashes, I enjoyed it. I played the whole way through it. I enjoyed it. I didn't really like that it ended on the cliffhanger that it did. It would have been nicer, in my personal opinion, it would have been nicer if it was a tied up story that could be continued if they wanted to. But I don't know, it just, you know, it makes me more excited for the second batch of DLC that they're going to work on. I'll definitely be buying the second batch. I think that Owlcat definitely deserve my money. I just might wait a little bit to play any further DLC because of the amount of bugs that are always in their release.
I am pleased to see that you still wear them. I enchanted them specially to protect you from danger. I am glad you found my gift useful.
Really? Jeez. It's just a bite-sized, survival-ish, low-level adventure. Nothing exactly amazing. Yeah, no, like, it didn't do anything particularly, like, amazing. It was a fun delve into a low level, which, at this point, I'm not really used to. I'm used to the high levels. But yeah, it was all right. It was all right. It was nothing to write home about. I think the advice that I gave to one of the regulars on here when they asked about it was, honestly, I would wait until it goes on sale to get it, because I don't think it's anything spectacular. It was fun, and I'm sure you'll have fun playing it, but it wasn't anything spectacular, you know? And apparently Inevitable Excess is just garbage. Still, I'll play through it, I'll see what I think.
Aside from this, I helped you, even when you were unaware of my presence. I saved you and your unfortunate companions when you fell into the crevice in Canabris. In the Grey Garrison, it was I who distracted Minago to allow you to approach the Wardstone. And in Dresden, I appeared under the guise of Yaniel to guide you toward the Sword of Valor.
Okay, we knew about that. I did not realize that it was her in Dresden. In Canabra, the Grey Garrison. But yeah, without spoiling too much, Gold Dragon will feature the longest fetch quest in the game and a lot of hippie moaning about goodness and forgiveness. Yeah, I've played my fair share of, well, so far that is, I've played my fair share of the Gold Dragon, what I believe is the Gold Dragon Prequest. I didn't think a lot of it, and I thought that the I forget his name now, Hal. I think he was going by Hal. I thought that was a really dumbly written character, and I just couldn't sympathize with the character. I couldn't empathize with the character. So I probably won't go Gold Dragon, but we'll probably just stick to Azata. I feel kind of dumb switching from Azata at this point, especially when I've enjoyed the playthrough so far.
And I also left you a present in my old laboratory, and told the Suture to see that you received it. I knew that sooner or later you would find your way there. That place exerts a powerful pull.
Oh boy, I feel like I'm treading on eggshells with anything I say to her. I don't... 2 is a no-no. As it turns out, you helped me thwart the plans of your masters, Baphomet and Iscari. I feel like that's a dumb option. They aren't her masters. I don't think she's working for anyone. Maybe Nocticular. Oh, I'll see a lot more of him, really. On the Dragon Path, that is, and the writing doesn't improve either. I think I'll probably ditch. I'll ditch where I'm at with it and just go straight as Arta. Right, let's say, in that case, thank you for your help. You should help me out more often.
Certainly, but do not expect me to solve all your problems. A child that is forever carried in its mother's arms will never learn to walk.
Why was that whole ploy with the lab necessary? You were ready to sacrifice your servant, the Suture, for it.
You always have to sacrifice something. I wanted you to go to the laboratory to
Perception
see
check,
with
please.
your own eyes what I had been doing and what I am capable of. So it would be easier for you to accept the truth. The laboratory is the place where I prepared your ascent. And the Suture was the only one who I could trust to execute my plan and explain everything.
Okay.
After all, he too once experienced rebirth at my hands. And that is why I was willing to risk his life.
At the end of the day, I think I have plus 35, I think, to perception at this point. So, I think that maybe helped. Can we see the roll? No, there's no roll. There's no roll to see. Perception check. Right. Look at that. I actually provoked a reaction. That's the second time your expression has changed when I've mentioned the Suture. Now I know the Architect of the Whirlwind is capable of feeling remorse, if only when she sends her Dretch minion on a deadly mission.
I see I am not the only one making observations and drawing conclusions. You are analyzing me. That is commendable.
I think that was a big win. Okay.
You are seeking answers, trying to understand the crux of the matter. That is good.
Okay, well, I don't want to ask you about anything else.
I want to help you close the world wound.
Wait, what? I wasn't expecting that. Why the fuck does she want to close the world wound? Oh shit. Areelu's words are cut off by a quiet laugh. Sitting on the throne that was empty just a moment ago is none other than Nocticular, ruler of Alashanera and the Midnight Isles. A powerful demon lord, and the one they call Our Lady in Shadow. Her red lips curl into an ironic smile, and her large eyes observe you with keen interest.
You were about to say, we are going to close the world wound, weren't you, Areelu? I see no reason to continue deceiving this mortal. Now I am convinced that he is quite worthy of serving me. I will even reward him with a modicum of knowledge about the events in which he is about to take part.
Right. Oh boy. I have too many questions and I demand answers. No, that's not how you talk to a lady demon lord. Or a demon lord lady, whichever. You've been sitting on the throne and listened to us this whole time. That's a good one. Reach for your weapon, a word of warning. Don't play games with me. No, that's dumb. Bow respectfully. Please allow me to greet you, great ruler. No, that's so fucking grovelly. Smirk jauntily. Yeah, hi. So just so we understand each other, I'm not going to grovel on my knees to you. Dumb as well. Smile charmingly. You are truly resplendent, Lady in Shadow. It would bring me great happiness to get to know you better. Also dumb. I'm obviously not going to go with the evil option because I'm not an evil character. I think we will simply go with nod calmly. My greetings, Lady Nocticular.
Such an impenetrable face you have, mortal. It hides your heart well.
Oh, damn. Does she know about Arusha Bay? Is it possible? Could it be?
I have had my eye on you for a very long time. You see, it was at my behest that Lady Vorlesh imbued you with such incredible powers. But I was curious to see your worth as an individual, not as Lady Vorlesh's creation. Thus, I decided to postpone our meeting. and see how you'd fare in Alashanira, and whether or not you could win respect and power among those not so easily impressed by outstanding magical abilities. Well, you've passed my test adequately by proving that your character and your will are stronger than the Nahindrian powers Lady Vorlesh has vested in you.
Right, I've just had a thought. This is the prediction going forwards, okay? Nocticula is not quite like the other demon lords that we've mentioned, or sorry, met in the story so far. Iscari and Baphomet, they have power, but they seem pretty dumb with how they use it. Nocticula operates from the shadows, and she uses her mind. Is it possible that Areelu doesn't actually want to serve Nocticula? Areelu wants to be Nocticula. And the end goal for Areelu is to kill Nocticula and take her place as Demon Lord of the Midnight Isles. Can that happen? Like, I'm unfamiliar with the lore, so I don't know how easy it is to sort of ascend to the status of Demon Lord. But I mean, if Cayden Cailean did it and became a god, I feel like Areelu could certainly do it. Like, Cayden Cailean was just some drunken bum that accidentally, you know, became a god. Areelu Vorlesh is literally the architect of the world wound. I feel like if anyone could do it, it would be her. I feel like that's her end goal. Replace Nocticula. Because Iscari and Baphomet, they can both easily be dealt with, you know? They can both be sort of appeased, as it were. But if Areelu was to ascend, and then if Areelu was to ascend, but then Nocticula was still around, I feel like Nocticula and Areelu would have major beef. And Nocticula would be a lot more difficult for Areelu to deal with than Iscari and Baphomet, if it came to that. That's the prediction anyway.
You are wise, my lady. However, only those who have never known or forgotten what it is like to be mortal can so easily dismiss the importance of power. To be someone whose life is fragile and can be cut short at any moment, like a candle snuffed out by a gust of wind.
It is a shame your angel has left you, mortal. I would have liked to talk to him. I don't expect I will get another chance, as that celestial buffoon's days are numbered.
Ooh. Well, that doesn't sound good. Oh, jeez. If we ask her, is she actually going to tell us anything? I mean, she's a demon lord, so that is of no surprise to me. I'm sure it's not a surprise that she could see him. Why do you think the Hand of the Inheritor is going to die?
Because he charged off all alone into the vastness of the abyss. An old friend awaits him there. The Echo of Iscari. And the Echo has been anticipating this meeting for a long time.
We have the key that gets us to the Echo of Iscari. Do we need to go there after this and save Hottie? The Hand of the Inheritor told me his magic deceived the eyes of all evil spawn of the abyss, but not yours.
Perhaps you don't know everything about me yet, mortal. Perhaps you made the same mistake as many before you, and many who were more insightful and more powerful than you, by presuming to know what to
that does make sense.
From the Lady in Shadow.
That does make sense. Okay, tell me about the Echo of Iscari.
He is a strange creature, a bespoke creation.
Save our designated driver.
Long before the world wound was opened, Iscari, that little cricket, was seeking a way to have some fun on Galarian and assert his influence there. One day, he decided to gather a few strong mortal followers, fuse them together into one being, and pump that being full of his own power, in the belief that something worthwhile would come of it. That is how the Echo came to be. To the great dismay of both the Echo and the Lord of Crickets, the Echo was greeted by Eredin, protector of humankind. Eredin gave the Echo such a thorough thrashing, the whole abyss thought him dead. And yet he was not. Cricket, the younger, is alive and well, though I cannot say the same for Eredin. But the Echo remembers his humiliation still. He hates anything and everything related to Eredin, especially his inheritor, Iomedae. Her heralds, her priests, her temples. He would hate Iomedae's pet pug, if she had one.
Right. So why does the Echo of Iscari... Well, I mean, we know that. She's kind of answered that there, but let's see.
Humiliation, ego. The usual playthings of little boys from all planes and realities. The Echo suffered more than one defeat. First at Eredin's hand. He's an interesting little bird, that angel. Before he became the herald of Iomedae, he served Regathiel, the general of vengeance. I've always found the fate of that Imperial Lord to be quite fascinating. Did you know that the father of the Upper Plains' top military leader was a devil from hell? Regathiel had to achieve many feats to redeem his unholy legacy in the eyes of the other Imperial Lords. But he did. A remarkable tale, is it not?
Pretty special. Conversation is interrupted by a concerned-looking succubus who silently approaches Nocticula and then begins fervently whispering into her ear. Nocticula's expression turns hard and cold as Nocticula ponders the new development. The messenger makes eyes at you playfully. You recognize those green eyes? Except they were awash with pain when you last saw them? What? Their owner bleeding out in the caverns of... Oh shit, really? I feel like I called that too at the time. I feel like I said, like, I feel like that I thought that it was an illusion or something. So she smiles slyly and gives you a wink.
Another island, another loss. Enough. I warned them that I would not stand for the desolation of my realm. They have not heeded me, and they will regret it. Go to your sisters and tell them to prepare.
Oh, I don't want to be that guy that's like, you know, like, hey, I know you, but I do know you.
Yes, you've already met Laulia, my talented assistant. I've heard she was very convincing at acting out her tragic death in the minds of the Nexus.
She was. I think I still saw through it.
I've been watching you since your very first moments in the Abyss. And even a little earlier.
Oh shit, she's been spying on me. What have you seen? What have you seen? When I go to the bathroom, I do not expect to be spied on by, you know, anyone. Let alone demon lords.
I have prepared
and I've done a lot of pooping.
Intrigue that will topple many of your enemies and seal the world wound forever, ending the threat to Galarian. And you have the chance to become part of that intrigue.
Jeez. I mean, it's a yes. It's obviously a yes, but did Areelu really create me? She's certainly had a hand in your present state of existence. Lady Vorlesh designed the world wound, a magical phenomenon of unfathomable power. To seal it, we required a key that was just as strong and unique. Simply put, we were... Oh my god, I'm the key. Both your powers and that wound on your chest were a result of her experiments when she infused your soul with the essence of the Abyss. You remember none of that. It was all done in secret, and the power granted to you was purified to the extent that it was possible, so that you would not guess its source ahead of time. In trial after trial, we watched you be tempered. When the time came, we started filling you with the energies of the Hendrian Crystals. Everything that's happened to you was part of my intrigue. Oh my god, really? I was going to summon you and reveal the truth when the time was right. Instead, you followed your queen's orders and arrived here early. One can only hope that you are prepared to accept the truth. Everything has its price, says Areelu quickly. Your wound was, in essence, the flip side of all my experiments. We required a true champion, not merely a living tool whom we could fling into the flames of the world wound and close it like any lesser rift. I think you should know that. So she cuts Areelu off, sorry. Don't be too hasty. We have burdened him with enough revelations for now. Give him time to become accustomed to the truth about himself, then you can share all the details. So what exactly are you offering me? I'm offering you the chance to become my weapon. Your enemies are a thorn in my side as well as yours. What's more, I have never schemed against Golarion, nor have my warriors taken part in the conquest of your plane. At least not at my behest. There is no cause for enmity between us. Why would you want to close the wound? So when it was opened, I was pleased. It was my realm was now connected to others. I wanted to make it a crossroad between worlds, a place where everyone would meet. Okay, so she wanted to open a holiday destination, basically. Here goes Lady Longlegs. But the Midnight Isles were not the only realm that had been linked to Golarion for the wound. Iscari and Baphomet now also had a way from their realms into your plane. The servants flooded my islands and spread out across them like a plague of locusts, killing guests who were under my protection, questioning my rule. They were driven by their lust to conquer and enslave, whether on Golarion or in another abyssal realm. The Abyssal Premier Inn. Nice. I was forced to shift my focus and express my discontent. So, atop the bones of our servants, we reached an accord. They would let their so she would let their armies pass, and they would comply with her rules and wishes while on her islands. Okay. The accord is polite fiction. Both the Deskarites and the Baphometites are attempting to amass their power and influence in Alashanera to overthrow me. When they think I'm not watching, they break my taboos and revel in their own impudence. And worst of all, Lady Vorlesh told them about the Hendrian Crystals. They realized what kind of power the crystals hold, and now they are determined to mine every last deposit hidden within my islands. And once an island loses its crystals, it becomes nothing but flotsam, slowly sinking into the dark waters of the Ishiar. With every lost island, my power is diminished. I could start a war and kill the plunderers, but a major conflict would hinder some of my other plans. So instead, I'll teach my neighbors a lesson by orchestrating their ignominious defeat at the hands of a mortal. What do I gain by serving you? A reasonable question. One must always serve one's own interests. You will be adequately rewarded. She will give gifts befitting my ambitions, and my patronage, which you can certainly count on, will prove more valuable than any enchanted trinkets you could dream up. If you're so powerful, why do you need me? If I were to make a move myself, it would start a war. Fair enough. Baphomet and Iscari could never best me, but they could sow enough chaos and spill enough blood that visitors from other planes would shudder at the mention of Alashanera. Okay. So since Golfrey happened to send you to my realm, you have the honor of becoming my blade maul. Be glad you're wielded by skillful hands. We should also reveal how exactly our blade will be employed. We can discuss the details later when the moment is right. Now is not the time for idle conversation. How exactly do you plan to close the world run? So, do we have to work for her, or is this a choice? I think I probably will work for her anyway. Nocticular Simps Unite. I feel like I'll probably work for her anyways, because I don't know. It feels like a pretty fucking good deal. She seems like the lesser of many evils. Like, I don't know. I feel as though there are people in Golarion who have more evil intentions than Nocticular seems to have. But then again, she's a demon lord and she could just be playing us. The good guy working with a demon. Maybe this is the turning point. Maybe this is the point where we have to kind of, we have to make that choice. Are we willing to work with evil? The question I'm thinking in my head, guys, is not am I willing to work with evil? It's if I work with them, do I get the secret ending? Right. It's a complicated magical process. You will receive precise instructions once you've captured the Threshold Fortress on Golarion. There, at the exact spot where Lady Vorlesh opened the world wound, you'll be able to close it. But first you have to crush the Guardians of Threshold, and their forces are growing by the day. Hepsamira, Baphomet's daughter, is mining a large number of Nahindrian crystals in my realm. These crystals are her secret weapon. No army on Golarion can stand against them. You must stop Hepsamira. If you do not, your world will fall and my plans will suffer significant harm. Jeez. At one time, I disclosed the secret of transformation to 2 servants of Baphomet and Iscari, Zamfir Vang and Mutasafin. It was a well-calculated gambit, which bought us time and assured both Iscari and Baphomet of my loyalty. Mutasafin and is Hepzimera's favourite. He oversees the transformation of our army. Hepzimera is currently on another island far from here. The route to that place is plagued by pirates, monsters, tempests, and other more terrifying dangers. Have you heard of the living bubbles of frozen time that swallow airships? And when the ships reach port, their crews discover they've been gone for 100 years. Jesus. That is not the strangest occurrence you could encounter on your journey. I'm willing to provide you with a decent ship and an experienced crew. If you kill Hepzimera, it will stop her sinking any more of my islands, but without giving Baphomet cause to declare war on me. Why is it so important to kill Hepzimera? That's how they get us. Iscari and Baphomet won't just stand there and watch you close the world wound. They'll send their armies after you, so you'll need an army of your own, and that is something the Crusaders won't have for long. Hepzimera is mining more and more Nahindrian crystals to empower her forces when she attacks Golarion. If you don't stop her, the Crusader resistance will be crushed, and the ranks of the demons pouring through the world wound into your world will multiply 100-fold. Okay, so we're going to cut off the supply of Nahindrian crystals. I will consider your offer, Lady in Shadow. Good is just a side that apparently won in the last war. Good gods are still jerks. Yeah, I'm beginning to think more and more that the text for the atheist or atheism belief in the game is actually pretty damn true, in the sense that it portrays... It doesn't say that, you know, obviously atheists in Golarion believe in the existence of gods, but they don't believe that they deserve any more respect than you know, a mortal being, because at the end of the day they're still plagued by the same inadequacies and failures and misjudgments that mortals are. And I'm beginning to think that that's very much the case. I will say though, you know, of course, big old supporter of Cade and Kalian, purely because it sounded fun. We've seen a few sort of examples of where that choice has actually been used in the game so far, but I don't think it really mattered in the long run which god we chose. And accept it. I'm sure. I respect your caution and won't force you into submission. We all stand to gain if you do my bidding of your own volition. An interesting destiny lies before you, mortal. You will rise to great heights and play a part in events of titanic proportions. Many would give you their life for a chance to tread such a path. Hepzimera visits Alashanera every now and again. Well, yeah, we saw her in the Battle Bliss. But her true lair is far from here. She hides on the island of Coliphia, to the northwest of my archipelago. There lies her secret fortress in the deep mines. Her slaves dig Nahindrian crystals for the invading army she plans to bring to Golarion. I'll give you I'll give you a magnificent airship and an experienced crew to take you there. It will be a long and perilous journey. Take some time to prepare. I wish to inform you of treason. Wait, what's the treason? Oh, yeah, I wish to inform you of treason. I think this is Chimera, right? Is that so? Who is it you decided to inform on? And more importantly, how did you learn of these traitors and how credible are these accusations? Chimera is researching the Nahindrian crystals in secret. Perhaps she is planning to overthrow you. How nice of you to warn me. I'm impressed. I do wonder, however, did you really think I was unaware of this, or did you merely want to demonstrate your loyalty? Yeah, that's a pretty damn good one. A good point, should I say. Only god in any D&D edition I liked was the OG Mistra. Let me tab out. OG Mistra? What, like from like the first edition? Let me take a look. So second edition. Let's go back to first edition. Oh wait, actually, is it? Oh no, they're exact same. Never mind. Or at least their basic description is the exact same, shall we say. So lawful neutral, blue white star, Nirvana, served by Azuf, portfolio is magic. Yeah, I have to be honest, like whenever I play D&D, I'm the first to I'm quite often the first to admit that I know very little about the Forgotten Realms lore, mainly because when I play D&D, I don't like playing in a world constructed by someone else. You know, like I find one of the joys of being like a DM is being able to construct your own world and kind of, you know, incorporate whatever the hell you want in there. And so, yeah, like I very rarely actually look into the canon lore, so to speak. But the way that I like to portray gods more often than not is that the majority of them are basically just mortals with great power, you know? Like, they're incredibly flawed. Like, more like the Greek gods than like the Christian gods, for instance. Much more like the Greek gods. Homebrew gang, I agree. 100%. It's the way to go, you know? I don't want to play in a world that is not my own. Because I always feel like when I first started playing tabletop games, I always felt so kind of just disgusting having to learn all of this lore and then having to basically rehearse it like a script for any question that's asked in the game. I would much rather just be able to be like, you know, like let's say a player says, oh, well, what sort of god would like my character potentially worship? Because, you know, I have these ideals. What god does this align to? Well, okay, make it up off the top of my head if I need to. If I don't need to, then I can go ahead and, you know, refer to my notes. But I don't need to have a load of lore rehearsed. I can make it up on my own and make a note of it, I suppose. But I don't know, there's much more joy to me in that rather than just reading lore and yeah. But getting a bit of lore here and there is kind of, yeah, no, definitely. It's impossible to manufacture everything yourself. There certainly needs to be, at the very least, inspiration taken from the sort of core concepts. But with that being said, I try to keep my reading of the core lore pretty limited. I do kind of worry that if I read too much of it, more and more of the influence is going to seep into the worlds that I've played in or that I've created. I don't really want that to be the case. I like to take aspects of all sorts of different fantasy. Well, whether it's pop culture or literature or, you know, movies, whatever. I like to take all sorts. Right, so I appreciate you telling me. I will take this as proof that I can rely on you. Ding dong damn. You are very astute to uncover, Shamira's desire to dethrone me, and it was particularly sensible of you to keep your mouth shut. Yep. I knew that would pay off about the secrets of the Hendrian Crystals. I suppose your caution calls for a reward. Aspect of the asp. Okay. Mining the Hendrian Crystals is a surefire way to sink the island the crystals are on to the bottom of the Ishiar. I assume you understand why all who attempted to procure them on Olympia were executed. At least you didn't tell Shamira about the mines you found. The last thing I need is the ardent dream burrowing under my capital. The OG Mistra was like, yeah, I control magic, go kick rocks. I am OP and do whatever I want. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty fucking cool. Like, I like to have the number of gods that are kind of not perfect, but as close to perfect as I dare to place in my world. The number of gods that are like that and are so OP and so omniscient are limited. But it's nice to have them. In the same way that I took inspiration from... I took inspiration from, like, Stephen King when I was creating some of the elements of my world. Or one of my worlds that I've played in. WotR. WotR basically being, like, the wandering devil on Earth that, like, makes deals and takes souls and things like that. Present in a lot of Stephen King books. And yeah, I included him. Down to the name, I included him because I wanted that to be one of those characters that, or one of those gods, deities, whatever, that is just basically all powerful. You can't fuck with them. I think there should be a balance between evil and good. And so having a balance between, you know, incredibly OP, powerful, good gods and evil deities, shall we say? I don't want to say gods. I think that's important. I think that's very important. But I like to keep it limited, you know? I like to kind of leave the option open that, well, maybe one day one of you guys could dethrone a god and become a god, you know, yourselves. I'm collecting exotic animals for my zoo in Anno. I have tigers, alligators, eagles, and then just one exhibit with a dog. Wait, what? Are dogs exotic in Anno? I suppose it's really far in the future, right? I don't know the backstory behind Anno, but I'm assuming it's like it's either on a different planet where those animals would be rare, or it's so far in the future that it's like a world where animals are just like kind of depleted. Right, so why do you still tolerate Chimera? Ooh, a friend of mine, the storyteller, has peered into the future. In his vision, Hepsamira was sending demons after you. The demons were strengthened by Hendrian Crystals. A hint of dangerous excitement creeps into her voice. You are a font of knowledge, my dear guest. Let's just say that I'm not surprised by her appetites. The ambitions of that brat or her lecherous goat of a sire were bound to surface sooner or later, but your warning will encourage me to keep a closer eye on her. You have done well. You could have gone to Hepsamira with this and received a payment for your silence. Your foresight must not go unrewarded. Secret ingredient? Why do you still tolerate Chimera? Someone has to deal with trivial matters. Chimera's betrayal was assured the moment I made her my favourite, just as Zephorian's before her. The second always dreams of rising to be the first. I know the feeling well. Well, I've said everything I wanted to say. I killed Willardus, your court mage. I am aware of this. Of course, it is lamentable in a way, since his fear of me was strong enough to make him impeccably loyal. However, his death is but a single move in a much larger game. In games like this, losing a few pawns is unavoidable. Boom. Beautiful. Oh, it's 1800. Oh, right. Wow. So, a dog? Really? Did you say Walter O'Dim? I guess I finally know whom got... Yeah. Gaunter O'Dim is indeed based off of Walter O'Dim from Stephen King novels. Impeccably so. Impeccably so. He's incredibly similar. In the same way that Gaunter spends most of his time wandering the world and making deals and stealing souls and whatnot, Walter O'Dim is, yeah, 10 times worse. I don't think dogs were rare in the 1800s. I suppose it depends on where you are in the world. Maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. That seems very, very weird, though. In a hilarious way. I want to ask you about the other powerful denizens of the Abyss. What's your relationship with Areelu? So she works for me. She may be the most brilliant and capable mind ever to come from your plane. Okay. The esteemed Lord Goat and Lord Locust don't know a thing about her betrayal. The betrayal of their faithful lackey. Okay. Betrayal is too strong a word. I opened the path to Golarion for those two, and I told them how to extract power from the Hendrian Crystals. That will suffice. Oopsie-daisy. How did Areelu... No, I feel like those are kind of straightforward. Do you remember the Elven Archmage who used to serve you thousands of years ago? He's still alive. We know each other. Really? He was well past his youth even back then, and now, just how old is he? Can mortals even live that long? Well, apart from your immortal Aslanti. Say hello to him on behalf of the Lady in Shadow, and tell him that the one who replaced him has disappointed me immensely with his incompetence. No matter how hard he tried, he could never live up to my magnificent elf. You know, you've managed to surprise me. A rare occurrence for someone who knows just about everything. With a bat of her eyelashes, Nocticula sends you a piercing gaze, one that feels like it's delving into the deepest corners of your soul. Did I just fail a will check or something? Are Baphomet and Iscari... Baphomet and Iscari are allies? Yeah, not really. No, not really. Doesn't it bother you that I really... I'll exhaust the options just in case I miss something. Or just so I don't miss something. So she's not prone to jealousy. Okay. He's most vulnerable when he's trying to deceive someone else. That's Baphomet. He was pleased to have fooled Iscari, and he became blind to the treachery that was happening right under his snout. In truth, Lady Vorlesh's loyalty is mine alone. I'm not sure about that. Loyalty is for fools. Shared interest, that is what rational minds rely upon. That and fear. No one in their right mind would oppose the Lady in Shadow. Okay, how did Areelu become your servant? So when it was first opened, the World Wound, it only led to Discari's realm. But then there was another, more powerful breach. The wound expanded, and its paths now passed through my realm. And Baphomet's as well. Before long, all sorts of interlopers had heard of the power contained within the Crystal Seer, and the Midnight Isles was soon overrun with agents from my new neighbours. Okay, the main culprit was one Areelu Vorlesh. So she discovered the energy of it. You'd captured her, you were about to carry out an execution, and she offered you something you desired more than her death. Okay, so she entered your service. Okay. Everything's clear to me now. To hell with fear. Look at them legs. Yeah, those fiery legs. What the fuck? Those are something to behold, right? Oh, I actually thought she had some sort of weird pointed shoe going on here, but no, it is just her throne. It's just her throne. I want to know more about you. Honestly, I don't think I have the capacity to read through everything, but let's just try and go through and pick out any important bits. Perfect specimen of my race. So you've been enjoying your youth, sharing it with your brother and lover. Wow. Until the hungry gaze of the demon lord Nahindrian fell upon me. Okay. He tried to abduct you. And you eviscerated him. Wow. And then his body turned to stone, and then his blood, which had been flowing like a stream, began to crystallize into massive purple glaciers. That's obviously the Nahindrian Crystals. Oh, I get it. Nahindri. Wow. Nobody made that connection. But now I have. Right, so are the Midnight Isles really the corpses of slain demon lords? Yes, my realm is quite literally built on the bones of my slain enemies. Ironic, isn't it? How did you turn the dead demon lords into islands? Surely you don't expect me to reveal the secret to you. There's no need for mortals to learn the weaknesses of demon lords. All I can say is that everything started with my desire for revenge. Okay. What do you plan to do next? Subdue all of the Abyss? No, she doesn't. I don't think she wants that. I think she just wants her realm to be magnificent. Oh shit. Who cares about the Abyss? Nocticula's full-throated laughter rings out like a challenge to the entire world. Oh, fuck. Sitting like that isn't going to be good for her posture. She's been doing it for a while. Probably only got better at it. I don't know. She looks pretty comfy to me. At the end of the day, she's the demon lord, right? Is comfort even a thing for demon lords? Like, do they need to be comfortable? Can they not just, like, exist? And have perfection be there every second of their life. Perfection. Oh my god. Yeah, I have an itch on my back, guys, and I am using a pencil to try and scratch it. My god. Right, I have no more questions. If I'm to depart for Califia, the guards must watch over my camp in the Nexus and all who are residing there. I will send my assassins to ensure that no harm comes to your entourage. Be grateful for my patronage, mortal. I still have some business to take care of in Alishnera. Areelu, you are no longer needed here. As you will, my lady. Oh shit. Areelu vanishes, but you notice the look in her eyes, pensive and appraising. There is one more thing we must discuss. The Lexicon of Paradox, Lady Vorlesh's magical treatise that contains many secrets of the world wound. Oh boy. You and my servant, Lady Vorlesh, were just talking about the Lexicon of Paradox. For many years it has remained split in half, harmless. But what was once divided can be made whole again. Oh boy, what do I need to do here? Who knows what power the book could impart to its owner? What if they expand the world wound even further? Or connect it to other planes? Not a chance. The Lexicon of Paradox has caused more than enough trouble already. You already possess the first half of the book. Find the other one and bring them both to me. I will reward you handsomely. Giving the book into my keeping will also protect Golarion from suffering a second world wound disaster. The Lexicon of Paradox will be much safer under my watchful eye than in your travel bags, wouldn't you agree? Why do you need this book? One world wound alone has been enough of a nuisance for me. I want to ensure... It's not just that. It's not just that. It's power for you as well. I'll consider your offer, but I'm not saying yes. The reward will not disappoint you, I promise. This dangerous knowledge ought to be locked up securely. I won't keep you any longer. I still have some business to take care of. You've taken a liking to my city, I see. Well then, savor it to the fullest, and then come back to your for your truly important business. Boy oh boy. Maybe a bit of pain in the spine makes it more alluring to them. They're demons after all. Maybe they're just all sadists, or masochists, whichever. Boy oh boy, we've achieved another mythic rank. Right, I'm not going to deal with that right now. I will probably deal with leveling. All of the leveling off stream. Oh wait, is this a... Oh, this is actually a door. Ding dong dong. Ding dong dong. Let's do a little save. They're definitely sadists. Can I talk to you? My blade serves Our Lady in shadow. Oh, is this, that's like the, oh, fuck. It's another Midnight Bolt. Those are important, right? Those are important. There wasn't, I hate to say it, but there was no option to arrange a meeting with Ember, was there? No. However, let's just go ahead and, there's no way that I'm going back to the Nexus just to come back here. I'm not wasting time like that. I am just going to go ahead and add Ember to the party, and then we'll go and see Nocticula. Again. Right, so Projector. As you know, my dear Addressee, given the scope of the planes, time is a relative concept, and in the Abyss it can be even more unreliable. Therefore, I do not allow myself the vain hope that my message will reach you in time. What? Is this not Areelu? Can I... No. Oh, come on. Every other opportunity to read something gets cut off, but this one's lasting forever. Your final question was about the possibility of a complete awakening of the memories of immortal life within a soul that has already passed through Pharasma's judgment. I will send you the research on all the cases of which I am aware where such an awakening took place. Is that what happened with me? Like, was my soul... Was I dead and then she brought my soul back to go into another body? Really fucking confused. Really confused. Despite the fact that this list is quite extensive, my conclusion is that all such recorded cases are the rarest exceptions to the rule, and with the absolute majority of souls, an occurrence such as this cannot happen. So maybe not then. Maybe not. Did I miss one of the dialogues? No, I don't think so. Both the wonder and the tragedy of mortality lie in the fact that there is a certain moment after which the process is final and irreversible. The essence that departs the judgment of the Lady of Graves is no longer what it was in life, and we, as scientists, must account for this in the system of knowledge we are constructing. It will be explained down the line. Oh, really? I'm glad that I'm not just missing stuff, like missing stuff out, or missing information. Okay, is that it? But as for the system of knowledge we are constructing, I feel like that's talking about the lexicon, right? Possibly. Oh.
That is quite
Oh, what's this? An unfinished draft of a letter? Greetings, colleague. I thank you for the selection of materials that arrived along with your last letter. Unfortunately, I feel like this is Areelu's bedroom, isn't it? So let's make sure that we actually read this. Unfortunately, I'm unable to procure even the simplest specialized studies at present, as Galarian's libraries are out of my reach. Oddly enough, it's currently easier for me to receive the necessary articles by contacting a like-minded individual from a different plane of reality. In our last letter, we went over the matter of resurrecting those who stepped into the murky waters of the River of Souls. Evidence shows that those who have appeared before Pharasma's judgment and learned of their fate in the afterlife do not answer calls from the world of the living. They cannot be revived by any means, but is that really true? Do you think it would be possible to revive such a person, at least in theory? On another topic, there are known cases of ascension or acquiring divine form through powers that no one to this day has taken the time to study thoroughly. There are a plethora of examples in Galarian's history, such as Aridin, who led humankind to civilization, and Iomedae, who followed her former mentor into the godly host. As I ponder these cases, I can't help but wonder, could this process be controlled? That adds weight to what I said earlier about, is it possible that Areelu is actually trying to overthrow Nocticula and take her place and ascend? Could one create the right conditions, choose the right living material, and bring into being a creature of divine power? I'm certain that you have encountered similar phenomena in your practice and would like to discuss this matter further. Perhaps you are still in possession of notes or drafts that could shed light. Could I be Aridin? Like, what happened to... Would Aridin's soul go to the River of Souls? Like, what happens when a god dies? Iomedae replaced him. But is it possible that Aradin's soul went to the River of Souls? And Areelu... I don't know. I don't know why she would reincarnate Aradin as me. I don't know why. Maybe power? But it's just, there's been mention of Aradin. Like, there hasn't really been too much mention of Aradin before now. We know that, obviously, Aradin preceded Iomedae. Or, sorry, Aradin came before Iomedae and was Iomedae's mentor. But, oh jeez. But the fact that there's a lot of mention in this area, like in this specific part of the quest line about Aradin, it makes me think maybe there is something to that.
Interesting.
Oh fuck, so much secrets. Pile of sketches, the drawings depict fragments of various rituals that lead to the opening of rifts and portals. May glory be showered on your head. Your interest in the creation of demiplanes is understandable. Any individual who has reached a certain level of power seeks for themselves a safe haven, a peaceful place for rest and study, or study and rest. That is why I place my high hopes in your prudence. Remember that any demiplane is but a shard of one of the true planes that typically remain under the watchful eye of the powers that be. As such, I do hope that you haven't incurred the wrath of any powers that hold sway over the fringe you've subjugated. As for stabilization, alas, there isn't much you can do once the fragmentation and consolidation have been completed. Nonetheless, I have no doubt that you've given enough consideration to important matters such as this, and ensured that your creation will be safe for you and your servants, unless, of course, you're preparing an elaborate trap. Your fellow colleague, Vadirak Tuquan, or Tukan. Okay. The one over here as well. Lexicon. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's literally right here. It's literally right there. Wait. Lexicon of Paradox Part 2. Is that the second half of the first Lexicon of Paradox, or is this a second? Is this book 2 of the Lexicon of Paradox trilogy? I feel like we would have got a little quest ding if that was if that was the second half of the first Lexicon of Paradox. Was that important? I feel like that's pretty important, right? It has a golden aura around it, so I'm going to assume that it was important. Did I go over here? Oh, I did, didn't I? I went over here, but I didn't bother going over there, and I could have missed out on all of those goodies. Ding dang damn. Okay, we've got other matters to attend to. We need to take Ember to Nocticula. Wait, yeah, surely she's still there. Yeah, she is. Okay. My companion Ember would like to speak with you. Ember. So that's her then. We'll approach.
So
Cocking an eyebrow.
then?
Oh.
Well, approach.
I'm sorry, voice actor. I didn't think you were
I
here.
have heard you bleeding your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense. Did you think I would simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait, what is this?
Oh.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and speak clearly.
Nocticula, don't you dare talk shit to Ember. Hashtag protect Ember.
I know what you had to do to others and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
Ember is a legendary level troll, I'm convinced of it. Well, this is a thing, like, I don't know I haven't read any spoilers. But people have hinted at the fact that, like, she's some sort of evil being, but it's like, I don't see an evil being. And I feel like the writing normally has been kind of predictable. Outside of everything with Areelu, it's all been pretty predictable. And I don't feel like it's predictable for her to be evil. I feel like there's something going on, something weird going on, but I just don't know what. She's insane. Jeez. That's all there is to it as far as the lexicon goes. And yes, it's very important for the secret ending. Oh boy, but do I give it to Nocticular or do I keep it for myself? I feel like maybe I keep it for myself. I feel like I keep it for myself. Because there's a lot of power inside it. And there was a lot of research in Areelu's room concerning like ascending to godhood. And so I feel like maybe it's best if I keep hold of it. You should hear her out. She believes that deep down everyone is good, even creatures. I think you should hear her out.
In my realm, I decide to whom I should listen and whom I should hang.
Yikes.
Be quiet. You wanted me to hear the girl out.
I'm
Then
starting
let
to
her
think that
babble on until
Nocticular
I tire of
only
her.
likes having simps around. It's hard to answer about Ember without spoilers, but yes, she's good. I thought she was. I mean, obviously, I don't need to know anything more than that. It's just like, you know, I thought she was good. It's the Raven. It's the Raven that's with her that makes me question things.
So, where were we? My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen.
Oh boy.
I've seen people burned alive. People being devoured by monsters. People burying their children. They were in pain. So much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as much pain as you.
Jesus.
What is this sacred drivel? What do you even know of me, Nat?
She just got outed for having feelings. She just got outed for having feelings.
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams, all of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
Fuck me, she is a legendary troll. I can just see the little troll face on her face now. I can't even do it. Something like that, right? Oh, jeez.
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention?
I've seen the truth of her wisdom more than once. Perhaps it would benefit you to listen to her as well.
As if I hadn't seen enough sanctimonious bores in my life.
Well, listen. Take my advice or leave it. It's totally up to you, Noki.
So, what do you suggest I do, preacher? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance? Or that old crone, the moon?
No. Gods can't help anyone.
Boom.
They're just like us mortals. Silly,
Yes.
frightened, clueless.
Yes.
You're almost goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Wait, so she should worship herself?
Save me? From what exactly?
The end.
From yourself.
The end.
From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen, you are a queen, but you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering.
Oh my god.
You're almost goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become
Jesus.
the Redeemer Queen.
Redeemer Queen. Redeemer Queen. Oh, good God. She liked that one. Ember's gonna get bitch slapped in a minute. A demonic bitch slap from a demon lord. Oh boy. This voice actress deserves, like, you know, an Oscar.
Redeemer Queen.
Or whatever's better than an Oscar.
That's new.
Maybe a pay rise.
Never in all my years have I heard anything like that. Well, child, enough joking. Get out of my sight, or I'm afraid I might decide to keep you here forever as my fool.
Well then.
Do you think she took my words to heart?
I have an exact image in my mind of how Kessler would say the third option. It would just be like, doubt it. You know what? I can imagine how he would say all three. All four even, technically. You know, probably would be like, probably. Who knows would be like, doubt it would be, doubt it. And saying nothing would just be just blankly staring at her, just like, what did you expect from this, Ember? What did you expect? Probably.
That would be great.
Yep.
I told you to get out!
Ooh.
I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again.
Oh boy. I feel like I don't give her the book, and I also don't tell her to forget about the book. I just have business to deal with. Fudge sickles. Wow, wow, wee, wah. So is that everything I need to do here? I feel like I might be missing something. I feel like I might be missing something. But maybe not. Maybe I can just leave. Ava was having a real good time there. Right, so. Go to Colfair. I need to deal with everything in Alashanera before I do that, I think. Don't need to worry about that. Dangerous knowledge. Decide the Lexicon of Paradox's fate. The Lady in Shadow wishes to obtain the Lexicon of Paradox and has promised a great reward for its acquisition. However, few rewards can compare to the value of this book, and it may be wiser to deny an Articulate and keep the Lexicon. I think we wanna keep the Lexicon. She needs time to think. We need to do that, but I will do that probably off stream since we're not really focusing on pre-written characters this game. In Areelu's room, click on all the icons. Okay. I thought I'd got them all, but maybe not. Pretty sure we got everything there. Yeah, so I've done the projector. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like could there have been something with the mirror? I've done the projector. I've done that. I've done that. Let's try it again, just to make sure. I've done that. Yep. Put it this way. If there's something in here that I haven't got, I'm not even going to deny it. I am willing. Hidden with no clues. Click on the crib, drawings, and textbooks. In that order to create a container. Wait, what? Click on the crib. Not here. Wait, what's not here? The crib's not here? I don't see a crib. Where's the crib? Where's the crib? Yeah, there is no crib, right? Or do you mean this isn't... Is this not Areelu's room? I assumed it was. Oh, it will come in Act 5? Oh wait, so we come back to Alashanera? I wasn't aware of that. I think I'm confusing locations. Maybe. I mean, you've never led me astray so far, Josh. You've never led me astray so far. Let me just take a look over here and see if there's a crib in one of these rooms. So it'll... Effect says it'll come later in Act 5 after Is. Okay. Oh. Oh, so that the crib and the drawing stuff will come later in Act 5? So I don't need to worry about that now. It will happen in a different place. Okay. So it's not going to be... Let me think about that. A crib, drawings, and a textbook. Am I really her child? Did Areelu Vorlesh give birth to a child that then died, and then she brought the child back, and the child is me? I really feel like I am the child of Areelu Vorlesh, like the actual child, not just her creation, but the actual child. That's the vibe that I got when I was in her lab as well. Because I'm sure there was mention of a child in her lab, and I started thinking like, well, could I be her child? And she gave birth to me and then killed me, sacrificed me, so that she could bring me back. But now I'm starting to think, well, maybe I died of, you know, natural causes, and then she wanted to bring me back. I thought demons can't have children. Well, she wasn't always a demon, though, was she? She was immortal. She was immortal, wasn't she? So I'm wondering if, like... I'm wondering if possibly... I mean, this is just me theorizing things here. I obviously... Like, I don't want to know what happens. But I feel like maybe... Could it really, like, would they do that? Could it really be a mother's love that inspired Areelu to go off and create the world wound and whatnot? Like, did her child die and that spurred her on to bring her child back, and then she turned against the gods because they wouldn't help or whatever, you know? And all of this was just to bring her child back to life? Like, is that, could that possibly be it? I don't know. It'll be explained in no uncertain terms what really happened in Act 5. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, I figured everything would get a good resolution, but it's you know, just speculating. It's just speculating. Hello, Fapplejacks. How you doing? How you doing? I hope your day has been filled, whatever time of the day it is with you, I hope it has been filled thus far with wonderful things. Wonderful, wonderful things. The world wound is the C-section she needed for the MC's birth. Good God. Right, so we're not giving it to... I'm keeping the Lexicon of Paradox, guys. I think that's the right choice, right? I think that this is what I want to do. I want to keep it and potentially use the power for myself. Or give it to Mummy Areelu to use. Maybe. This will get done once I've done all the quests that I need to do here. Boy, oh boy. I think we're good for that. That's Walgif's quest. You know, I might even do Walgif's quest on stream, because I don't really know if there's anything else I need to do. Yeah, I think we'll probably do Walgif's quest. I'm probably going to go on a little bit later than usual tonight, guys. Possibly, maybe. We'll see. I think the plan with the Pathfinder streams from now on is probably going to be I play for as long as I want to. Most likely, or more often than not, that'll be like 4 hours, if not more. For those of you who have joined the stream like recently, within the past hour and a half, I was actually streaming, well, I have been streaming longer than what it currently says I have. I had to restart the stream. So we've been going for like 5 hours now, just over 5 hours. So I'll probably go on for like another hour. But you've only been online for 2.5 hours. Let me see. She wrote it. She doesn't need it. Okay. I'm good. Just suffering through Alashnera like you. Oh, Fapplejacks, you have my empathy and my sympathy. Oh, I'm not a fan of the moving island mechanics. You however will for the secret ending. Thank you, Effect. Thank you. I'm going to keep that in mind and keep it safe. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Selby, 12-hour stream. 12-hour stream. I do have like work tomorrow, but It's not going to be a 12-hour stream. It will be a long stream. Just not 12 hours. I've got work to do tomorrow. Right, so... Let's go back to the Nexus. We may actually finish Pathfinder. We may actually finish Pathfinder. It's been a hell of a long playthrough. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do after Pathfinder. I might take a little break from long plays. I might take a little break and play some random games for a while, for a couple of weeks, and then return with something like Pillars of Eternity, which honestly isn't that long. But same vein as Pathfinder and very good games. We might do like a I don't know, Pillars of Eternity 1 and Pillars of Eternity Deadfire marathon, where I just play those to completion in the same vein that I have with Pathfinder. If you're feeling tired, you can always take a bite out of a jalapeno and you'll keep going. Oh boy, today of all days, I will not be taking a bite of anything spicy. Yeah. I actually, you know something? I can't believe I got this far into the stream and didn't mention this, but there's a good chance that I might have the spicy cough. There's a good chance I might have it. Yeah. I visited family and whatnot over the weekend, and it turns out that they've tested positive, and I've been feeling pretty shitty for the past 2 days. And so, yeah, I took a test last night. I'm testing negative so far. I'm testing negative. So let's hope that it stays that way. Because if it hits me, it could hit me pretty fucking hard thanks to the medication I'm on. But yeah, my tummy is a fucking mess right now. Yeah, if he doesn't know how to do the stupid animals quest fast, it will be 12 hours for that alone. Let me see. Fantasy Blacksmith long play. Oh god, Fantasy Blacksmith long play. Playing that for like 8 hours a day for like 8 months. Right, this is as far as I've actually gotten in my playthrough, so gonna part here, as I would like to save myself from some spoilers. Boy oh boy, Andor, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Hopefully you get caught up with me, and I don't have to spoil anything at all. But gee whiz, it's going really nice so far. Andor, until next time, keep on keeping on, stay safe, be happy, and goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. What about the monkeypox thing? Did you get a test for that? I don't have like, I feel like monkeypox is like obvious, right? Like you get like lesions on your skin. Although honestly, I honestly don't know what the fucking symptoms of monkeypox are. I don't think I need that. Your tum-tum. Yeah, my tum-tum. Valheim, says Fapplejax. I've played Valheim in the past. I've played it a few times on stream. I could play it on stream at some point. Perhaps in the future, once we've got the current playthroughs out of the way. But yeah, I feel like when I play Valheim, I very much just end up trying to build beautiful things. Beautiful big old towns and fortresses. And kind of get distracted from like everything else that people would probably want to watch people play the game for. Like going into the dungeons and exploring and whatnot. I just like to build a big old longhouse and you know, make myself some mead. Wait, is crafting mead in Valheim a thing now? I don't know if it was when I played, but for some reason I feel like it should be. Most definitely. If you want to build loads Satisfactory, never tried Satisfactory. Maybe I should give it a go. Right. So, here's the deal, guys. Here is the dealio. I'm going to take like a 5-minute break. I'm going to go to the toilet. I'm going to top up my beverage. And then I'm going to come back and try and get Waldjif's quest done. I think we'll try and finish the stream with Waldjif's quest. Or maybe I'll end up going on even longer and maybe we'll delve into Califia, is it called? Yeah, bees and mead is a thing. I knew that bees were. I just didn't know if you could. I didn't know if you could take the honey from the beehives and make it into mead. However, if that's a thing, maybe we need to do like a mead quest at some point. In Anno, I've spent 75% of my time making everything look nice. Rebuild and rebuild and rebuild would not be interesting to watch. Yeah, I feel like those sorts of things are like Those are the sorts of things that I would like chop up and put onto YouTube, you know? Like a little chilled out Let's Play sort of thing. Either way, I am going to take a rest in the game. I'm also going to take a break, IRL. I will be back in 5 minutes. You guys are the chat. I am Kessler Plays, and I will see you very, very soon. I'll be back soon, guys. Goodbye for now.